Greetings. Have you ever noticed how many people talk about helping the poor, but they do nothing in their own lives to help the poor? Unlike most of these people, I'm at least honest. I, for the most part, don't give a shit about most of the poor people. Because after living years in a van, and I still do, when I'm not driving truck, I happily cruise around in a van. I know the shuffle and I know their game. And I know most of them don't actually really want real help. But I want to talk about all these virtue signaling dipshits you run into in the world. This is OTR Ogre and Corgi, and hey, if you like what I'm doing, like, subscribe, comedy so choose, let's get into it. I don't say this to be, edgelord or harsh or anything, but personally, like a lot of the people that are homeless, if you really get down to it, a lot of them are just either screw-ups, drug addicts, multiple felons, and you could help a lot of these people. Yes, you, middle class, socialist thinking person, you could really help these people. You know that couch you've got? It's the middle of the night, it's freezing outside. You could offer your couch up for them to sleep on. Oh wow, you're now installing locks inside your house? Whoa. But wait, that's not my job. I don't want some scrungy homeless man on my couch. Well, he wouldn't be so scrungy if you let him use the shower. Maybe help him get some clothing. Hey, that backyard you have, a lot of the time of the year, you could actually let people set up tents there, and beans and rice are really goddamn cheap. But that would require some personal sacrifice from you. The churches used to do this, in our new age of atheism. And by the way, I don't believe in God. But I know at least the people of God did usually make an effort. They practiced what they preached for the most part. Until the modern age, where they tipped everything on its head around the 50s and 60s. People really did used to give a lot of money, and they still do. If you look at the giving amount of people that are religious, I don't care what religion, people that are religious versus people that are, atheists or, that believe in anything, it's amazing how much more the so-called people that believe in the sky genie will give than you guys. But, even your own virtues are based on them. That's why we refer to it as virtue signaling. We should help the poor. We should do all this to save these people in this situation with somebody else's money. Now, this is where you realize that most people that believe in helping the poor are essentially pro-slavery. And they're like, whoa, man. Yeah, I'm not, that's fucked up, man. I vote to help the poor, but I'm not for enslaving people. Really? Well, let's say the poor don't want to get off their ass to ever improve their lives, but you're still for helping and feeding them and doing all this stuff. Where are you going to get that money? Well, we just tax the rich. Okay, so when you say the rich, are you just going to tax, Elon or, Zuckerberg or George, the Bezos or whatever his name is? You going to do that? No. Inevitably what happens is tax rates will go up around everybody. And there's a few ways this will happen. It'll either be tax rates go up on the rich, and then the rich decide, well, F you, we're leaving the country, we're going to move to Mexico or China, and then there's a lot more poor people. Oh, good job there. Or what realistically happens is they try to put the taxes on the middle class, and the middle class vote for the guy that's not going to butt fuck them. Just like the poor, they're going to vote for the guy that's going to give them better tax rates and more free money. So then they don't do that. Oh, but you want to know how they really get that money for you? Because you're such great people. They inflate the dollar, they print a ton of money, and then basically say they give it to a bunch of people. And then inevitably when the dollar decreases in value, your prices go up. So there's reality right there. You're not actually helping anybody. You're just taking the problem and putting the burden on everybody. And then the people who actually worked hard to get where they're at, some of these people that studied hard to be a doctor, or like my case where I'm a truck driver, and I work hard and make my decent money. I don't actually really work hard. I actually sit on my ass and listen to podcasts most of the time. But point being is I actually put the effort in. Oh, I have to pay more of my life and time. And what is your work? But a reflection. Work and money is a reflection of your life transferred into monetary money, which is your life and time turned into money. So you have to give away a higher percentage of what you earned because somebody else felt like, I'm going to save the world, but I'm not going to do anything at all. Mind you, these same motherfuckers that vote for all this shit, they always got a couch or a backyard that they could really actually help some people, but they don't. And you know why? Because it takes nothing, absolutely nothing, to say you want to help the homeless. But actions actually take time and energy. which is a reflection of you could be enjoying that time, you could be making money, you could be doing all sorts of time. So you giving up your time, that's the fucking type of shit Mother Teresa would do. So I stick by this. I ask you, when you see these people talking about charity, understand most of them are so fucking full of shit. They don't believe in charity. They just want to agree with whatever the majority of people say. And if you really wanted to help a lot of people, you find the people that are savable. Because some of them are so drug-addled or insane that they need to be in some sort of hospital or something. Somewhere where they can be taken care of. But the people that can be saved, you teach them how to work and save money. You get them some programs where they can go out and get a trade. And most important, like I said, you teach them how to save money, whether it's living in a van or living in a share room apartment with a bunch of other, hey, all that extra space you got in your yard. Imagine if they didn't have to pay, $1,500 a month in rent after they get a job. How quickly could they get on their fucking feet? That's right. If you actually want to do good in the world, you could do it. Help the people that can be helped by teaching them knowledge, tactics, how to think mathematically, get them off the shit, get them into a better way of life. But sitting there just throwing money at the problem when it's not even your money, you're not just a bad person, you're a fucking evil person. And the majority of people are just a little evil inside. Anyways, this is OTR Ogre and Corgi, and fuck virtue signaling faggots.